Welcome to the Answer Ever podcast. Where Philly old heads talk sports. We back again for another one. Sixers had a crazy week. The COVID hit us hard. We're going to discuss a lot of things. I'm going to get right into the introductions. We're going to talk to Lil Ski first. What's up, Lil Ski?
What's going on, everybody? What's up? We back for another episode. Tune in. Get ready to go. Let's go.
All right. Now we're going to bring in Herb. Herb, what's up, bro? What's going on?
What's going on, everybody? Glad to be here. Let's get this show started.
Yes, the show has started. Let's do it. Next, Lil Zai. What's up with you, Lil Zai?
What's up with you? Glad to be back.
All right. We got him in on the show. All right, next up, we got Big Ski. Big Ski, where you at?
I'm here.
All right, there he is.
Everybody's in the house.
Yes, there he is. All right, and last but not least, we got Quaz. What's up, Quaz?
I see everybody smiling. That was a crazy ass last 5 games.
Yes,
we starting to see something with that bench, something serious.
Yes. So we're gonna start the show off today. We're gonna look at a little clip from last week. Go ahead, Ski, play that joke.
3-2. If we beat the Milwaukee game, then I believe it'll be 4-1.
I got us at 4-1.
Rest of the way we go 3-2.
Well, I'm definitely gonna go 3-2.
I'm gonna go 3-2.
I'm gonna say 4-1.
All right. That was a little clip from last week. Now listen, guys. Some of us were right and some of us were wrong. Now let's go around and let's talk about it. Let's go ahead, Steve, what you said, and give us your prediction and if we was right or not.
All I gotta say is I'm a genius. I thought we would be 3-2, but I had the games a little mixed up. But I just thought we would win 3 of those games and lose 2. I just felt like that's how good we are. We win 1 more than we should. We go a little bit above 500, but we definitely got hit hard with COVID. Now that's why I feel like we lost the last 2 games. We probably could have won the last 2 games if we didn't lose all those players and had to play some people I'd never heard of. We was putting people in I ain't never seen before. So
yeah, exactly.
We actually battled. We battled with those teams too. So we went 3-2. I was glad I'm right. That's all.
All right, 3-2. He was right. Go ahead, Herb. What'd you say?
I had the 4-1. But
yeah, bro.
I kind of knew that we were going to lose to Milwaukee. But hindsight being 2020, we almost won that game. But the game that killed me was the Knicks. I thought we were going to beat them. I just had a good feeling that we were going to beat the Knicks. But, we wound up losing both of those games. But, Maxey had a very good couple of games, man. You know what I mean? I'm really excited about him.
All right. Lil Zai, what you thinking about that? Your prediction. I believe you were right, 3-2.
Yeah, I was right, 3-2. Well, for me, I didn't think we was gonna lose to the Knicks either. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought we was gonna lose one of the Bulls games. We was gonna split one, but when we lost to the Knicks, I was like, all right, 3-2, still not bad in the end. But just like Ski said, we one of them teams, man. We won 1 more than we probably should, but it's cool. That last week was a good week for us, for sure.
All right. Big Ski.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say, we are 8-4, I believe now. 8-4.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So I'm gonna say this. I predicted. I noticed that I said 3-2 unless we beat Milwaukee. We didn't. So I kind of was. Okay, I was wrong.
Yeah, right. You got it.
Okay,
no.
Anyway, I really think that we are very good, and if those guys can play like they've been playing, when our guys come back, we'll see. So,
all right, go ahead, Quaz.
The only reason I said 4-1 because that's the kind of quality game we've been playing. They really should have been 4-1, but nobody knew we was going to be missing 4 starters by the final game against the Bucks. I was rooting so hard, because I wanted to be right. I said, well, get this game so I can say, yeah, I could talk my trash. But a couple people lucked up because of COVID, and y'all underestimated them. They only went 3-2 only because of COVID protocol. Four dudes.
No, I got you. I totally understand what you're saying, but I was right and you was wrong. So I just had to say that. You know what I'm saying? Here, I'll do the blue, no problem. No, I figured it was going to be 3-2, but again, I definitely thought we were going to lose one to the Bulls and then beat the Knicks. So we flip-flopped those games, but that's all right. And I knew we was going to lose to Milwaukee. They're the world champs, and even without Tobias Harris, I thought we were going to be down. Not play well in that particular game because he was out with the COVID thing. But now we have even more guys out with the COVID thing. So, we'll get to our next 5 or 3 predictions, but it's not looking good. Like, I mean, how much good coaching are we going to need for from Doc Rivers for us to win with 4 starters out? So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to get too many, but we'll see. We'll make those predictions when the time comes. But let's move on to the questions. I got a couple of good questions tonight. We're going to start with you, Lil Ski. What's the most impressive game, the most impressive performance by a player in the last 5? Or in the last?
I'm going to go with most impressive win by the team, and I think that was the second game in Chicago. I think we went into Chicago and beat them. I thought we were going to lose that game. I mean, if you want me to be honest, I thought we was going to lose that game. We went in there and we hit some tough shots at the end, which we usually don't do. Right. And B hit that shot, hit that 3. Other players made shots. So I thought, we was going to lose that game before the game happened. But I feel like that was the best win we had on that 5-game stretch.
All right. Herb.
I want to say Andre Drummond. Wow. He's been playing like a monster. That guy. Oh, my goodness. They said that, the last person to have, 25 rebounds was Charles Barkley. That's a long time ago, man. It just seems like his production, with him starting, when Embiid's not there, oh, man. Drummond is a monster.
All right. Should be a starter, you would think, but okay. Not on our team, obviously, but he could have been a starter.
When he's playing behind Embiid, he's not, as productive. But when he starts, oh my goodness, he's the man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Go ahead, Zah.
For me, I've been most impressed with Maxey this last week. I mean, every game he's showing up and he's doing multiple things. He might not be a traditional point guard passing around all crazy, 10 assists and all that, but he's still getting it done. I like getting them little 15 points and all that off the bench. I can't be mad at that. I can't, especially from a second-year player.
Well, he's starting now, so not off the bench.
That's true.
Go ahead, Big Ski. What you thinking, bro?
Well, I'm gonna start off with. I'm most impressed with the coaching. Y'all, he's handling this Ben Simmons thing like, all right, then we just gonna roll. So I got to give him his props, whether we like it or not.
Very good point.
Then I got to name some people. Who the heck is Reed? Okay, Reed was balling. Apparently, he was the MVP of the G League.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm investigating. Yeah, I Googled him. Okay, that boy can shoot, and so can Renee. Now, I hope I'm saying anything correct.
That's a hell of a Morey pickup. Morey picked him up.
If those 2 guys, since they are role players anyway, can just play, just do that, what they've been doing the last couple games, we're going to be fine because we don't expect nothing. They just make the shots when they open. Now, Kuzma he was 2 for 18. Am I correct, Quaz? Last game. 18, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it. The 2 he made, I was like, ooh, good shot.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice he missed that many. Last night, they made so many shots. Now, they just lost because we got tired and we need a star. I understood that. But if we're talented like this with our backups, I'm impressed.
All right.
I tell you, I mean, to piggyback right off of that, when you look at Daryl Morey's pickups, it's been like exactly what the doctor ordered. But when you say 2 for 18, that means he was blowing a lot of assists. People look at Maxey and say, "Oh, can he facilitate? Can he facilitate?" Yo, they missed a good 6 or 7 wide open looks that came from Maxey's hands. He would have had 10 dimes if they were hitting at the end of the game. And then people would be like, "Damn, 30 and 10? That's crazy. 5 boards, no turnovers." Y'all would be talking about we had the new best thing. So I got to say the most impressive performance definitely within the last week was definitely Maxey's 31-point performance. He went toe-to-toe with Giannis on many occasions, and he showed that he was ready to play with the big boys, and he was going to be fearless. And that's the kind of heart I need from my point guard. So I would say the most impressive to me, just in that last 5-game stretch. That Drummond joint was crazy. 25 boards was crazy. But I'm going to have to go with Maxey's 31-point effort. That's what I got.
All right. So my most impressive performance, the thing I thought was great was those 2 Bulls wins. The first Bulls win was at home, so it was kind of not expected, but we really put it to them. That second one in Chicago, come on, like they are an upstart team. They are playing well. They got a few new players, and they have really started off good. So to me, that's the most impressive thing we've done so far. Those 2 Bulls wins. Now, equally as unimpressive is those 2 Knicks losses. I'm not happy about those ones at all, but I just had to throw that in there. So the 2 Bulls wins kind of equal out to those 2 Knicks losses. We should only have at least just one of those Knicks losses. But the Knicks are good too. But I'm pretty impressed with the Bulls. Let's go on to the next one. So there's a huge thing out there going around right now. Ben Simmons for Jaylen Brown. Now, straight up, it's it's crazy. I don't think that would be a straight up deal. I think that somebody is going to have to throw in something extra. Maybe both teams have to throw in something like a 1st round pick or or another player like maybe Marcus Smart or maybe Maxey. Maybe they want Maxey. We gotta have to balance that trade out a little bit. But that is a huge thing that everybody in Philly's talking about. So let's go to Herb on that one. What you think, bro?
I think you got to do this deal in a heartbeat. Whatever happens with Smart or any other type of player that would be involved in the deal, just get it done. And the faster you get it done, the better it is for the team. Get this guy in there and let him get acclimated to Doc Rivers coaching and all that stuff. So you got to hurry up and get it done. And I like Jaylen Brown, and I think that would be a very good pick for us. A very good pickup.
All right, Loza.
For me, Jaylen Brown, I like Jaylen Brown. I always am hoping for the Sixers to make a huge slam dunk trade, but Jaylen Brown's the best name I've heard in a little minute. I've been hearing a couple other crazy names, Buddy Hields and Malcolm Brogdon. Jaylen Brown is hands and feet way better than all of them guys. And he plays defense. He does it on both ends. He can score. He can pretty much do it all. He might not be a point guard, but, at least he can handle the rock a little bit. So I like Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. Big Ski.
Well, I like Jaylen Brown as a player. I think he'll make Steph. What about Steph? That's the same spot. So that's my only concern there. It puts him on the bench, and we still don't have that point guard. But whatever we do, we have to get somebody that's just worth that kind of money. We're doing what we're doing without a $150 million player. Just give me somebody that's worth that, and then we'll work it out afterwards. We just got to get that kind of caliber player on our team, and then we'll go from there. And then if we got to trade them or whatever, we got potential. But we're playing without a $150 million player. So that's pretty much what I'm thinking about that situation. But Jaylen Brown's definitely good. He can start, but I think it'll hurt Steph a little bit.
Well, I first of all, I didn't even believe in it. And until I was listening to WIP, and then some Larry fella, he's a writer from out in Boston, and he's explaining how some people believe in Boston that Tatum and Jaylen Brown can't exist together because they play a similar type game, and that it don't make sense for them, and they want to shake it up. That they need more of a distributor. Where that's where Ben Simmons kind of come in at. I say at this point, I don't think Morey is going to want to move Tyrese Maxey. Originally, some people thought he would be in the deal. I think that's too rich for Jaylen Brown. But if you telling me Ben Simmons and say maybe a Shake Milton, maybe a Danny Green, maybe a Furkan Korkmaz, I'm all in. But I'm not moving my point guard because it's going to leave me with no point guards. And then now you just created a bigger hole for one player. You don't need to do that. If you could get that deal done without touching Maxey, it's a no-brainer.
All right, I you know what I think? I think that if Maxey has to go in the deal, I don't do it. I love Jaylen Brown, but like he just said, if we're gonna win this season, we need a point guard, and Maxey is our point guard for this season. It seems like. Now, if they gave us Marcus Smart in the deal, if we did like a 2-player joint, I might be able to do that. But if they just want us to give up Ben Simmons and Maxey, I don't do it. We need something back from them, and a point guard would be preferable. I think that there's a lot that goes into a trade like that because Jaylen Brown, he could be blossoming into a super, not maybe like a superstar, but an upper echelon player, top 10 player, especially if he has his own team, which I think
it won't be his team.
It won't be his team, but he'll be able to roam the perimeter on, he'll have free reign around the perimeter. So he'll have some help down low, 30 points down low, but out top, he'll be able to do all the things he wants to do out around the perimeter. And that would, I think that, listen, if we get him, we could win the championship this year. If we just a straight up Ben Simmons for Jaylen Brown, Jaylen Brown could be the missing X factor, is what I'm saying. So,
yes, sir.
It is a major thing. And Morey needs to, put his mind tricks on the guy. He needs to do whatever he needs to do to go ahead and get it's not Danny Ainge anymore. It's what was the coach's name?
Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens. He's a new GM. Let's run circles around him and let's get Jaylen Brown. I get him, except for Maxey, I'd give up anybody else. Furkan, Shake, or a combination of a couple of those players and Ben. Just we need a point guard though. And so we have to replace the point guard with Maxey. One or the other, and I'm all in for that trade. Absolutely. I don't know why they would do that trade because that don't make a whole lot of sense for them. But if they think that distribution is important, like that Ben Simmons distribution is important, then let them overvalue that, and we will take Jaylen Brown all day. Ski, what you think, Lil Ski?
I would help Ben Simmons pack his bags if we would do that trade because Jaylen Brown is miles ahead, especially in this league. You have to be able to shoot, and Jaylen Brown is a 26, 27 per game scorer. He's a very talented player. Also, he's not the best player, so we don't need him to do that every night. Like we need him to score, obviously, but he's not asked to carry the team because we already got him beat. I think that'd be a perfect deal. Like y'all said, we shouldn't give up Tyrese Maxey though because we would be left without any point guard. So
exactly.
So I don't know how we could do that without getting rid of Maxey because everybody else around the league thinks Jaylen Brown's better than Ben Simmons too. So it can't be we're gonna have to give up
one
more.
For one.
We're going
Isaiah
to have to give up more to get Jaylen Brown. Yeah, but it's going to have to be more than that too. It's going to have to be more. It's going to have to be. That's what I'm afraid of.
Ain't going to be Maxey.
We'll see.
Korkmaz has been playing very well lately. He didn't play good last night, but he's been playing very well this season. Maybe we throw a Korkmaz. Maybe we throw like a first-round pick. And we throw Ben Simmons and we try to get back Jaylen. I mean,
maybe a first-round pick will work.
Something like that. Something just like that. Just like that.
Unprotected first-round pick. So if we stink, then they get a higher pick, but we won't because we're going to be all that. I mean, we're going to be Sorry. So off to the next question. Listen, the point guard position is very, very, very important. We were just talking about it. We need a floor general. Is Maxey the guy, or should we get Morey go out and get maybe a veteran guy like a George Hill? Not him, but a guy like George Hill who can come in and run the offense. What do you think? We'll go to Big Ski on this one. Ski, Big Ski, what you think?
Okay. Well, what I think is Maxey is taking charge.
Okay.
He's playing very well. So I think that, the Morey, I don't know if he just needs to leave it alone. We just got to the coach is a very good coach. He's going to have to control him. Because he just shoots every time.
He does.
He's really playing well. If it's going to go in, I watched that game last night. I was very impressed. I was like, wow. Like really? You know what I mean? And even like he said on WIP, they talked about how Ben Simmons wouldn't even have shot half of those shots he shot last night.
None of them. Almost half.
But he's given the position a threat. So absolutely, point guard position. I think we just got to stay with him. If we have to trade him, we got to get a superstar point guard. I'm still with like a Lillard more than a Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is a 2 guard,
right?
A 3 guard. Lillard is a point guard.
Yeah,
and that's what my only issue is with that. But other than that, I think the point guard position. Well, always I say we got $150 million per player we got to find. So whatever it is, let's just fill that role.
All right, Quaz, what you think, bro?
I think everybody should just go ahead and settle into the Tyrese Maxey show. Listen, I'm not thinking about just this year. I'm thinking about life after Joel Embiid. I think Maxey can be your point guard for the long term, for the next 10 years. He can be a scorer. When the veterans are on the floor, he was only averaging 15 points. He only did what he did last night because it was called upon. If we were in the playoffs, remember when we needed buckets and they brought him off the bench? Boom, 16, dropped 16. So he has that part of his game that, if y'all need me to fill it up, I can do it. But his speed is going to lead to easy transition baskets. His defense, he's going to get some steals that's going to turn the ball over. I think at the point guard position, all Morey needs to do is move Shake in the deal, because I think Shake got some value. Move him with Ben, and then go get yourself a veteran during the buyout market, just to make sure that you stay steady on that second unit to replace what Shake is supposed to be. You replace Shake with a veteran during the buyout time, but I do not go. The position of need, in my opinion, is definitely a small forward, not a point guard. Not a point guard.
All right, I'm next on this one. So for me, Maxey's the guy. I'm not gonna say that they need to go ahead and get another point guard, because between Shake and Maxey, I think that we're going to be able to hold it down this season. Now, if we go get a superstar, it'll be a lot easier on them guys, because superstars do what they do. So we go get a Jaylen Brown, or not a superstar, but a star player. The point guard won't matter as much. Now, you got the team constituted how it is right now. It's definitely maybe a veteran coming in that wants to distribute. Almost like a Rondo type of player that's going to do all the little things and not really want to score too much, but can make an open three. I wouldn't mind them going to get that that's like a minor move, a guy that probably wouldn't play all that much, but could lend some veteran leadership to the point guard room, like to use a football term. So you just need an older guy that they can kind of just rap to and maybe bounce some ideas off of between Max and Shake. Because Shake is the backup right now, the backup point guard, I would assume, and then Maxey's doing his thing. So Maxey's a beast. He's a scorer, so his assists aren't going to be all that high. but he passes it when he needs to, and he makes his layup. So if he's going to make them, then I'm just going to go run with him until he stops making them. Go ahead, Steve. What you think?
It all depends on what we do with Ben Simmons, because he was our point guard. He was the like my dad said, the $150 million point guard. He was the starting point guard. So now that we have Tyrese Maxey, for this season, if we don't end up trading for Damian Lillard or another superstar point guard as the likes of Damian Lillard, we should stick with Tyrese Maxey to get confidence that he's going to be our guy. Because I feel like if we give him that confidence, that's when he'll be like, all right, this is like I'm one of the men, I'm one of the best players on this team. So I feel like that'd be a good idea to see what we have in him once we give him that confidence and give him the reins of being the starting point guard of our team. So I think we should keep Maxey in there right now.
Herb?
My confidence is in Maxey. I just want to remind y'all, sometime during last season, I brought Maxey up, and y'all threw me to the gutter. Talk about he's a rookie.
Go back to the
about him.
Yep.
Right?
Pull the tape.
Yeah, we got it. It's on there. But yeah, my faith is in Maxey. So I just think Doc has got to leave it the way it is. Maury's got to leave it the way it is, and figure out how to move Ben and keep Maxey. That's the biggest thing right there. We got to keep this kid, and just that spark that he has. That he's a Philadelphia 76er. There's no reason to get rid of him. No reason to get rid of him at all.
Okay, Zah.
Me, I don't see anybody else that we can get that will be better than Maxey at this point in time. Like, if it's not a Damian Lillard, like Ski said, I can't even give Maxey up. Like, he's proved too much, and he's only in his second year.
Yeah.
He's got a whole lot more to grow. It's not just what he's at now, and he's only shown it in what he was a backup point guard last year. He's only been in 12 games to start the year.
He just turned 21. He just turned 21. They said it.
21 years old.
He's younger than y'all. He's younger than y'all.
Yes.
Exactly. He just turned 21. He's already showing that he can play in the league. So I can't go away from Maxey. He's too good.
All right. Maxey. I think that was a unanimous question on that one. Maxey stays. Yeah. Maxey can't go. I feel it. Listen, Philadelphia loves fearless guys. No matter if you lose or win or get hurt or whatever, as long as you're fearless out there, we're gonna love you. You run your face right into the into the guardrail like the baseball guy did, or you're a hustle guy in basketball, or we love guys like that. We even if you're not very good, we'll put you on a pedestal because you play hard and you're fearless. Fearless is a thing that Philly people know.
Zah, real quick. The only thing we're really missing from Ben Simmons is his defense. If Ben Simmons goes to any other team, he's going to make them better defensively. And as as a point guard, he wasn't really like a Chris Paul 8 and 9 assists a game. He wasn't that. So what are we truly missing from Ben?
He's not a floor general. He gets the assists, but he's just not a floor general.
Yeah, because he's great in
We are the most efficient team in the NBA right now.
Yes.
Right
now. Yes,
right.
That is true.
Ben Simmons will go for a layup and then kick it out.
Yeah,
that's his offense. Kick it out.
Never do that.
Maxey ain't kicking Jack out. He ain't kicking Jack out. He ain't kicking Jack out. Nah.
I just looked up Maxey.
He looks afterwards like, oh, did it go in? Yes, it did.
2.4 assists a game for Maxey. I just looked it up. That's his career stats. 2.4 assists a game. He ain't passing too much, but he's doing better this year. That's his career stats from last year and this year. But I'm gonna have to look up just this year. I believe that's a little higher than 3. It might be 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? Let's hope anyway. So we're gonna go right into the wrap up this week. We're gonna wrap up with a little synopsis of the next game. Will Zah take over?
All right. So the next game is going to be the Toronto Raptors. Current record 6-5. For their key players for this week, probably going to be Fred VanVleet, their point guard, and Pascal Siakam, their power forward. Some notable people off the bench: Scotty Barnes, he's a rookie, but he's shown a lot of, being able to be versatile, do a lot of things off the bench, and he's just a spark plug. So we're going to have to watch out for people like that.
All right. So let's do a little predictions for the next couple of games. Our next show is going to be Wednesday next week. So Wednesday evening, the games in between now and then are Toronto, the Pacers, and the Jazz. Let's start with you, Lil Ski. What's your prediction for the next three?
Since we probably going to be without a bunch of our players again because of COVID, you got to sit out 10 days. It's like a 10-day minimum sit out. So I think we beat Toronto, but those next two, the Pacers and the Jazz, I think we probably go 1-2 just in those next three games.
All right.
Yeah. If we had our own players, that would be different. But I'm just going off.
Of course. Yeah, we had JoJo. JoJo's out for 10 days at least. Yeah, go ahead, Herb.
I think we'll go 2-1. I'm gonna take 2-1. We got to win that first game against Toronto, and then anything can happen with Indiana. If we win both of those games, then it's all worth it.
All right. Well, guys, before you make your predictions, just remember we're gonna run the tape next week, just so you know. Go ahead, Go ahead.
I'm going 1-2. I think we lose to both the Pacers and the
Jazz.
The Jazz. I don't think we lose to Toronto only because they're a really young team. They, besides they don't really have too much veteran presence, and I think that what we got right now in our coaching, I think we got it for sure.
All right, Big Ski.
Well, Toronto, I'm gonna say 2-1. Only because Toronto we should beat, but I think, like Herbie said, the Indiana game, that's the one. I don't think we'll beat the other one, but I think that we'll be 2-1 because we're still just winning. We haven't got to the point where we're not winning. We're figuring things out. We just didn't win yesterday because we got tired. Now, one more question. Are these games home or away? What's that?
I don't know the splits. Anybody know?
Yeah, Raptors are. I don't know the Raptors. I think we away at the. No, the Raptors are here. Raptors are here. Yeah, Raptors are here. Pacers, we at the Pacers. Yeah, we at the Pacers and we at the Jazz.
See, the Jazz game going across country. And the Jazz are still one of the top teams. We definitely need our players for that one.
Is Jokic going to be suspended for that game?
Well,
he don't play for the Jazz.
All about
he played. Yeah, he played for the Nuggets.
I did it again.
You did it again.
But it's all about who's playing. Like everybody
I see that time, Herb.
Right.
Yeah. Herb jumped the gun on that. Hey, Herb, that's the 18th. The 18th, they got the Nuggets while they out there. Anyway, I'm gonna go 1-2. I think we lose our next two, but 10 days for Joel Embiid will be the 7th. The 10 days for Joel Embiid. Oh, dang. Yeah, we're going 1-2. He ain't gonna be back until the 17th, and that's when we got the Nuggets. But the game I think we may win. I think we're gonna be our most healthiest against the Jazz, and that's George's Niang former team. So I think he's going to want to go back, and I think he wants to set matters straight over there. So the game I think we win is Jazz, but I think we lose to Toronto and the Pacers due to health. I think we too short-handed now. 1-2.
1-2. Yeah, I really want to go 1-2, but I'm thinking 0-3 could be an option. I really do, but. All right, I'll go with 1-2. I think we beat Toronto. It is home.
I heard 0-3.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with 1-2. I'm gonna just say that leave it open for 0-3 too, because Toronto's a scrappy little team. Even though they don't got nobody really, they're a scrappy little team. But we're home for that game, and we usually win our home game, so I'm gonna pick that as a win. So, but we lose on the road, Indiana and the Jazz. And it's going to be a rough stretch while JoJo's not playing until we get Tobias back. He should be back sooner than them because he went into the COVID protocol before them. So we need at least one bona fide good player, like all-star type player, and at least one. And we don't have none of them right now. So I'm thinking 1-2. That's my prediction.
Well, actually, Joe should be back before the Jazz game because come to think about it, he went out on the second. So that 10 days.
Bias, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about Joe. I thought Joe went out what round the 4th or 5th, somewhere around then, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure exactly when he went out.
He may be back for the Jazz game. He may be back for the Jazz. That's what I'm hoping for. That's the
here's
big.
the thing
That's
about
what I
that
got.
though. Will he be himself? Because once you catch COVID, remember it took Seth Curry almost 3 or 4 months to get back to normal after he had COVID. I believe that Embiid actually tested positive. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
vaccinated though, so the symptoms might not be as bad.
It might not be as bad. Let's hope so. But you never know. Everybody is different with COVID.
Yeah.
I had COVID. I was out for, not that I'm doing NBA style playing, but it's like it really takes it out of you. You can't breathe, you know what I mean? So it could be a while. And JoJo gets out of shape in just that quick. So he might come back out of shape. I'm not sure. 10 days off the court for JoJo is like an eternity. So it's not good. Go ahead, Ski. Big Ski. Lil Ski.
No, I didn't have nothing to say. I was just agreeing with you. That's
you got your prediction in already?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
I said 1 and 2.
1 and 2. All right. So we got everybody's prediction. All right. Now we're gonna play that again next week. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see who gets the most jump. All right. So on the final part of this wrap up, listen, everybody out there listening and watching, you have to like us. You have to follow us, please. It helps the algorithm. YouTubers, even if you watch it on Facebook, go to YouTube, give it a watch. You know what I'm saying? Please like it, subscribe, everything like that. We're trying to get our viewers to where it needs to be. So I appreciate y'all, and we'll see you next Wednesday evening. All right, we out.
Oh yeah.